How you guys doing? Anyone hear me? Let's see if anyone can hear me. All right. Yeah, man. Just putting this together. It's exactly what the title says. Not really a chili cook-off, but just me cooking chili, essentially. Uh, I'm playing around with this idea. I'm trying to do different live streams. I've done the walk and talks, but I figured it'd be nice if I could actually be warm for once. So I'm gonna do a couple more of these, and maybe start, cooking some stuff, man. I've never made chili before, so this is a bit of a experiment for me and an experiment for you guys because you don't know whether or not you should keep watching this. I'm thinking though, what do you guys think about a good title would be though? I'm thinking like let him cook, right? And that way I can talk about like I'll cook and then I'll talk about like whatever hip hop shit is going on. Um, let him cook sounds like a good title, right? I hope you guys can hear me. All right. So first things first, while we're doing this stuff, I believe I have to brown some ground beef. So you're gonna see, you won't see my house, but you see my kitchen. So that's something. Got to get the ingredients out. Some grade A ground beef that I got from Aldi. Love this shit. I don't know if you ever been to Aldi before. It's one of my favorite places. Insanely cheap. Like produce is cheap. Even the meat is like relatively cheap. I bought this like a week ago. I think it's still kept, right? You okay? Use or freeze by 116. So all right, I got one more day, or I'm gonna die. So we're gonna do this today. Let me get some onions first, though. So I'm getting my onion first. Number one for browning the ground beef. Got to get onions and garlic. So I don't know how to cook, which is why this is going to be so entertaining. Because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Like I cook good shit, but you know what I mean when it's like know how to cook. Like I don't know how to cook. Uh, Worked at a lot of restaurants though. Definitely hung out at a lot of places, where they make food. I used to work at the Standard Hotel, so I've been around this shit before, but I really don't know how to like do any of this cooking shit. So let me know. What's up, Alba Hernandez? Thank you for checking it out. This is the inaugural episode of Let Him Cook. I wanted to make it a Drake stream. Obviously, it's going to be a hip hop stream and shit, but I wanted to mix the cooking and the hip hop shit. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Usually my hey, what's up, Christine Janu? Nice to meet you. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Phil Risen. I'm a comedian. Occasionally I'm funny. Not really, but every once in a while I do get paid for it. And today I'm cooking chili. So I'm making chili in a slow cooker. It's my first time. I'm trying to, figure this out. Listen, it's going to be very experimental. There's going to be a lot of experimental stuff going on. I don't know if there's anybody from Texas watching right now, but just spare me, all right? Don't be mean. I'm trying my first time. So before I brown the ground beef, I'm going to be cutting this onion and just talking about the world. I was originally started this live stream to talk about Drake. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to Drake. First, I want to talk about Joe Budden. If anybody pays attention to the Joe Budden podcast, I'm a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast. I don't watch it like every single second of every day, but I pay attention to a lot of his stuff. I think Joe Budden is like one of the best, hip hop media personalities there are, along with DJ Academics. And if you guys don't know, Joe Budden recently was arrested actually for showing up to his neighbor's house butt naked. at their front door. Yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. And he's been gone from his podcast for like a month. I'm thinking essentially because of this, and he just came back a couple days ago and addressed the whole thing. I love to count the wrinkles on your shrink star. Oh yeah, thank you. I got a lot. This is because of my friend PJ O'Rourke. He's actually a local, artist out in New York City who does like graphics. He does posters. He does commissions for people too. Definitely check him out. You can look PJ O'Rourke. So PJOROURKE. Really cool, sick shit. And this is called the bombshell tee because it's like the Marilyn Monroe, legs and everything, like how she was standing over the grate, but her head is an atomic bomb. So it's the bombshell tee. Yeah. Stink Star. I don't know what that means. Is that like a rock band or something? It's either a rock band or like just a mean insult. But I'm gonna say it's a rock band because I think you guys like me. So, oh man, but yeah, just chilling here, cooking this food, baby, cooking this food, man. Like I said, I've never made chili before, so I'm kind of excited right now because chili is one of my favorite things in the world. So I feel like I owe it to myself to give it a try. Two things I've never really made. I've never made fried chicken, and I've never made chili. And I love fried chicken. I love chili. I was also thinking about making salsa one day. You never know. I used to want to be a chef when I was a kid, and now I just fucking smoke weed and order DoorDash, which I think is kind of what everybody does. You want to count the wrinkles on it. I feel you, man. It's a very intricate tee. It's dope. This thing is actually I believe it's about $100. I used to work for him, so he hooked me up. But his stuff is not cheap. It's pretty high end shit. I'll be honest with you. Look him up if you want to count the wrinkles. Count the wrinkles on pjo'rourke.com. Okay, but yeah, man. Out here cooking. These onions are burning my eyes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm trying to act chill. This shit is killing me right now. The price for fame, And hey, at least it's not a Diddy party. All right. I'll deal with some burnt eyes from some onions rather than a Diddy party any day. All right. Some of us weren't so lucky. All right now. Oh man. Talk about a fall from grace, that guy. I know it's kind of played out, but it happened so quick, right? Am I crazy? That shit happened so quick. And the stories of the door and all that stuff and hip hop and if you go, there's parties where if you go through this door, they'll make your whole career and everything. That's always been there, and I think that's in a lot of artistry, not just hip hop. So when the whole thing with Diddy happened, I wasn't surprised or nothing like that, but to see how quick everything happened for him as far as just like immediately just going away, because he's somebody who's always been able to, snake his way out of shit. You know how to make spaghetti? That's nice, dude. Fucking enjoy the spaghetti. I love fucking spaghetti. I actually just saw an internet, one of those internet arguments on Threads right now that everybody's having, because people love that. God, my eyes are burning. Fuck. Should I open a window? It's gonna be cold. Should I open a my my eyes are stinging because of these onions. Fuck. Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Hopefully that helps. What was I talking about? I was talking about Diddy, right? How everything just went to shit. Yeah, it just went to shit, dude. Again, doesn't surprise me. His behavior never really surprised me, but it's just crazy how quickly the world will turn on you, especially when you act like a weird sicko. Yes, but you should probably Close your eyes for a few seconds so your eyes won't be burning that much. Yeah. Uh, I mean, I was squinting a little bit. I'm not. I'm trying. I'm holding a sharp knife. I'm not really trying to close my eyes anytime soon. You trying to catch me? You trying to get me hurt out there? You know. All right. Now that we've done the onions, it is time for the ground beef. Actually, hold on. Oh, I almost forgot. It's not time for the ground beef yet. It's time for the garlic. I don't know about you guys, but I love garlic. So garlic is one of my favorite things. What's up, man? Hey, Moxie, what's good, bro? Shout out to my boy Moxie Approved. I was watching the live stream last night, man. You were killing it, man. You were killing it. I'm pretty much here to talk about a lot of that shit, man. I went to It's crazy because I feel like if I'm being dead ass with you, I feel like Drake always like drops stuff late at night so people don't have time to comment on it and make content out of it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I got a fucking job. Okay, so I have a bedtime. All right, I gotta go to bed at like 11 o'clock, 11:30. So when Moxie's starting his shit, going deep into it, I'm looking at this shit like, how bad do I want to make this content right now? I need a check. Fuck it, I'm going to sleep. You know, that shit is crazy. I was just talking about Joe Budden before though, because he just started addressing his whole issue with showing up naked to his neighbor's house to borrow a cup of sugar, if you will. And I'm coming out with a video. I got a video that's dropping tomorrow about it. But can you believe he's saying he's sleepwalking? You know, uh, I'm not streaming tonight. I'm watching you. Appreciate that, dog. Appreciate that shit, man. I saw you called me too. I gotta hit you back up. I've been crazy fucking busy, especially before I go to Jamaica. And I'm gonna try to live stream in Jamaica, guys, too. So, make sure to check that out, or at least make something while I'm out there. Uh, oh, thank you, man. Yeah, that last video is doing pretty good. It wasn't doing well for like the first like 2 days, and I was kind of worried because I was like mad busy with other shit, so I can't like pump out videos how I like to. Um, so I was like, damn, that shit only had like 25 views for like 2 days. It really did, man. But that's the key to everything like with this YouTube shit. Cause like, I'm still a very small producer or whatever you want to call it, creator, any of that shit. But you really just got to keep the consistency, man, and you'll like find something. Like when I used to make videos, when I first started making videos, I was making videos that would only get like 10 or 15 views. And I did that for like months of getting like nothing. And now, for the most part, I actually do pretty well. I mean, nothing crazy. It's not like 100K or nothing, but now my usual is around like 1,000 if I come out with a video. And that just takes time. And like, from there, I hope to be making more. And especially with you guys, man. I see a lot of people like supporting me and shit, coming back to the channel. So, it's all love with all that, man. But yeah, Joe Budden's nasty ass talking about fucking sleepwalking and shit, bro. Like it's I feel like sleepwalking is like such a Joe Budden disorder to have. You know? It didn't surprise me because like he's saying this accident. It's like Joe, if you know Joe, if you follow Joe's career for a long time, Joe always seems to have a lot of accidents. You know? A lot of weird behavior. This dude, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know how someone like him, like, I love his points of view. I love his show, but I don't know how he still has a fan base. Like, I fuck with him, but I don't fuck with him. There's certain people who just like, no matter what Joe Budden does, they'll always think he's the best. Like he said, he pulled that sleepwalking shit out of his ass. Let's be real. He pulled that sleepwalking shit out of his ass, bro. You know? He apparently had a court case for it. I knew he got arrested and everything, which was nuts. Also, you've been stateside. Actually, I was watching the half of the world. Yeah, man. It's so funny too, man. Now, I I think me and Moxie in the same algorithm, bro. I got people who watch his channel watching mine now too. You know, talking about different time zones. I'm trying to go to different spots too, man. I mean, I'm going to Jamaica in about a week, but I'm actually planning to go to Japan as well in May or June. So look out for those live streams and shit too, man. I'm trying to up the travel, man. I'm in a life is going good. I'm in a different tax bracket right now. You feel me, bro? So I'm trying to enjoy shit. I feel like, a lot of you guys don't know I'm a stand-up comedian. So I've been doing stand-up comedy for a really long time. And, which means I've been broke for a really long time. Doing stand-up comedy for the most part, unless you really pop off out of nowhere, it's a long, long time of just doing small shows, barely getting paid anything, everything. And now I work, I have a job that pays me a lot better, and from that I can actually kind of sustain myself. Sorry about that, I fucking burped. That shit nasty as hell. Free work forever, exactly. That's all. That's all stand-up comedy is, bro. It's just free work forever. And Kristen, you never ate sushi? God damn, bro. You where you from? Because you don't got to go to Japan to eat sushi. I just feel like like you're not experiencing life. You got to go out and experience life, yo. Oh shit! You guys haven't noticed, I've got a very small kitchen out here in Queens, but it does me well. All right, now that we got the garlic and the onion chopped up, do this shit. Move some stuff around over here. I'm giving you guys the secrets. I'm showing you how the sausage is made. America, nigga, where in America? Where in America? Tell me, who are you? Nah, but seriously, you gotta have to, listen, people. That's the problem too, man. It makes sense that you're from America because, I've dated a lot of different people from different countries, and one thing they will always say is that Americans never try nothing new, and I disagree because I feel like we do a lot of cool shit, and see different things, but there are definitely a lot of us who don't give a fuck and definitely don't broaden our horizons. You got to change that, Kristen. You got to be the person in your group who just randomly goes to Colombia. Be that person. You feel me? The world needs more of them, especially in this country. And I don't live in the Moxie. I don't live in the same spot. I used to live in Brooklyn, in Bushwick and shit. Now I live in Queens. I won't tell you where because I got niggas hunting for me. Nah, I don't know anybody money, but you never know. This internet shit is weird. People definitely get a little strange on here. So, but yeah, I live in Queens now. I got to have you over because I'm bringing back the podcast and shit. And that's my thing. I kind of like this though. How do you guys feel if I do the live shit, right? But make it a little bit like a podcast. Like maybe if I do lives, I might do different shit on the lives. Like one day it'll be like cooking, another day it'll be like podcasting type shit, and then like another day it'll just be like a walk and talk. So I can bring it like it'll be like 3 different series, but done through live streaming. You feel me? Because I feel like that's what like live streaming is missing. Maybe I'm just old and I like traditional like programs and shit, but like I'm too much of live streaming is just like I don't know, just random bullshit. Just a guy sitting in a chair, you know, or some kid playing pranks on like good unsuspecting people. If I'm live streaming, I'm like, why not use it as an apparatus as like TV was when we would click and like surf through shit. You know, like I'm surprised. There's really not many like live stream like talk shows. Which seems like there would be at least a couple of them. At least to appeal to older people. Maybe I'm figuring out the recipe. How about that? Maybe I'm figuring it out. Oh shit. Look at this though. Look at this ground beef though. Look at that shit. Shit look nice. I still gotta throw some seasoning in there. Still gotta throw some seasoning in there. Just fucking saw a bug. I swear to God, New York, no matter how nice your apartment is in New York, bro, You're still gonna have bugs somehow. Somehow. I got a fucking cat. I got all sorts of shit. I got a cat. I got spray. I got traps. Still dealing with bugs. You gotta smell that? God damn, that chili smell good. I can't wait for this, man. I really can't wait for this. Chili really is one of my favorite fucking foods. So I've always wanted to take a crack at it. And when I get back from Jamaica too, I'm gonna start making like oxtail and shit. I'm gonna go like full Jamaica. I'm gonna go full blood clot. I'm gonna go full bro. I'm gonna go full Rasta on you. You won't even know what is happening with your bitch ass, man. I'm gonna go ape shit. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been back there. You know, my family's from Jamaica. I've been back there twice already, but I never been as an adult, and I'm fucking hyped up for that shit, bro. Cannot wait. Chill out on the beach, have some drinks, and it's free too. I'm one of those people. I'll give you the game. I'll give you the game. There's a lot of people who want to be creators, and they travel all over the world, and they just act like they just got it like that. I don't got it like that. One of my boys hooked me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, I got all these miles. Let's go to Montego Bay, 3 days." And it's like two other homies. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just paying for a trip back and the food and all that shit. But all inclusive, bro, shit is different. I will say though, the resort shit makes me a little uncomfortable though, because having family that's from there that grew up there and shit, it's like you kind of see the disparity of like wealth and shit, which is kind of annoying. And Jamaica's a beautiful country too, so I'm making sure to stay there for about a week after those first 3 days. So that's gonna be the shit. Cause I'm trying to really fucking hang out. You out here sending me fucking emojis. I just got some UV lamps for bugs and dust. They are really working, but I have to make sure the cat is in a different room while it's on. Yeah. Yeah, I got a cat too. I don't know if you saw in the background. My cat is the fucking worst, bro. I love him, but he's the worst. He's so fucking nosy. I'm definitely showing you some shots. Believe that, bro. I'm definitely showing you some shots, man. I'm gonna go out there. I'm going into I'm doing like a full hike and stuff into the mountains, bro. I'm going like actually into the city of Montego Bay because you know, basically the first 3 days I'm gonna stay like right in a resort. The last like 5 or 6 days, I'm actually staying in a hostel in Montego Bay. That's like right in the center of the city. And usually I would pay to do a hotel by myself or something like that. But I kind of chose a hostel because I did a hostel in Europe, and I kind of loved how you get to meet all these different travelers. Because out in Jamaica, I'm just gonna be alone. My boys are leaving after like the first 3 days. They're only here for like there for Martin Luther King weekend and stuff like that. So I'm really just gonna be alone in a city by myself. So it's kind of nice to meet different travelers and kind of go out drinking and stuff. That's exactly what I did in Spain, and I did not regret that shit, bro. I'm telling you, people got to travel. All Americans, man, I'm telling you, people got to travel. Moxie will tell you, fucking travel. I know it's expensive, but find ways, save up, and then once you get used to it too, like it kind of becomes a little easier in your head, so it's not as far fetched of an idea. Also, too, airline tickets are fucking expensive right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed that at all, but airline tickets are like crazy right now. Like to fly from here to Austin, usually last year, the year before, it'd be like $80, one way. So 160 round trip. Now it's about $300 round trip, and that's like a domestic flight. $300, like, and some of them, bro, I've seen some of them that are like 350. almost $400, especially if you're not just flying coach and shit like that, which is insane to me. $400 is it's $400 to go one way uh, to England or to London or whatever, you know. So it's like the fact that you could be paying almost that same exact amount of money just to stay in the country is highway robbery, man. I don't know what's happening with this country, bro. I don't know what is happening with this country. You got airlines being all expensive, fucking people getting pushed on the train tracks, set on fire, Joe Budden showing up at their front door butt naked, P. Diddy's on the loose, in jail, but that's still on the loose. This nigga, he needs to be locked away, suspended from the ceiling in chains with a Hannibal Lecter mask. He needs to be in like anime jail. You know what I mean? That type of shit where like a nigga can kill you with his toenail. He needs one of those jails, bro. Fucking put that nigga away. Put him away. Oh man. Oh, dude. All right, this chili is looking pretty fire, actually. I keep saying chili. It's just a ground beef right now. Just a ground beef right now. We're cooking up. We're getting there. We're getting there. I got a fucking bunch of comics hitting me up and shit. By the way, like I said, I got comics hitting me up to get on my show. If you're in the New York area, guys, if you are in the New York area, make sure to come out to Top Notch Comedy Show. What is it? January 27th. It's every Monday at Fear City Comedy Club. And you can get to see me and every other dope comic in the city. We have a lot of great people we've had on. Some really great people we had. We've had like who else? We had like Mark Normand on. We've had like Ari Shaffir, all the problematic white comedians. On top of that, we've had a bunch of great, comedy seller guys and shit like that, and just different people. But you definitely see the best up and comers in the city, that's for sure. And I have watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's a shit. That's what I'm saying. P. Diddy's a demon. You need a special sword to take care of that man. You really do. You really do. All right, I think that's it for the ground beef. All right, guys, let me bring this back around here. Cooking. See, this shit ain't so bad. I was actually kind of worried because I was like, how is everybody gonna see this and is it gonna look good and da 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 da? But you know what? Not so bad. I told you it was cramped. No, I told you it was cramped. Shit. Usually you would just like drain it all or whatever, but I'm just gonna be lazy and literally just pretty much just scoop the entire thing in there. And just see how that go. There we go. I feel like I'm gonna end up burning this house down, aren't I? That's a lot of ground beef. This chili's about to be fire. Get ready, dog. All right. All right, what else we got to do? Sorry, guys. This is when I get technical. I got to learn this recipe. Believe it or not, this isn't what my grandma gave me. All right, we got to use modern technology to figure out what this fucking chili recipe is gonna be. I wish I could somehow like live stream and still use my phone at the same time. That's definitely me just being lazy and dependent on technology. What do I got to do next? Hold up. Okay, saute the beef and onions in a skillet and transfer the beef mixture to the slow cooker. Add remaining ingredients, beans. Okay. Rinse and drain beans. This thing saying you have to rinse and drain the beans, but like, does anybody even do that? I've never done that in my entire life. You know, rinse the beans. It doesn't even sound like a real thing. I have a strainer somewhere here. I'm gonna rinse them. If it says rinse them, I'm gonna rinse them. But that seems crazy. Uh, Here. Sound off in the chat. Has anybody? Yeah, right. You don't need right. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it though. Fuck it. It's my first time going by the recipe, so I'm trying to go distinctly by the recipe. That way, if this is bad, I can use that as an excuse. You know, I can be like, "Yo, if I didn't rinse those beans, this shit would have been fire." It is super weird though. Well, all right, bean can number two, red kidney beans. Yeah, like I said, I bought all this shit at Aldi, bro. Is there like how? Where is Aldi? Does everybody? I know this shit is all over the world, but who has an Aldi near them? Because I need to talk about it. I feel like that place is dope as fuck, and it doesn't get enough recognition. You know, you can definitely. I might have to do an Aldi stream a little bit later. But you know what? Let's get into the whole Drake thing, man. Let's get into the whole Drake thing. As you guys know, bro. As you know, of course, um, Drake recently dismissed or settled or ended his whole lawsuit, his initial lawsuit with UMG just last night. And people were actually thinking that it was completely over. I was actually watching Moxie's stream and everything. He was talking about it. And we all thought it was done. We thought the drama and the bullshit was done. And then he decided to keep being lame. Honestly, man. Yeah, you guys probably know already. He decided to take his case to a federal level right now. And just federal snitching is different, bro. Federal snitching is different, man. Listen, I'm a huge Drake fan. I really am. I love all this stuff. You can look at this channel, you already know that. But just the shit he does, bro, makes it very, very hard to be a fan of anything that he does. You know, it's like I'm a Drake fan, but I'm a hip hop fan first. And there's certain things that he's doing that just completely undermine the culture of hip hop. And I hate using that word now because it's kind of been weaponized by like Kendrick Lamar and the Kendrick Lamar stands and shit like that. And, you know, people just trying to act like they're aggressive because, Kendrick Lamar beat Drake. It's like, nigga, you're not Kendrick. I'm not Drake. What the fuck are you doing? I'll smack you in the mouth. You know? So I hate when people kind of say the culture now. It kind of gets me a little annoyed. Um, Even though it is a culture that I care a lot about. And yeah, I feel like Drake really is uh, disappointing people, man. He's always been one of my favorite artists, but he is somebody that now I think I've learned that he just does not care about his fans. I think he cares about like popularity. I think he cares about like being famous and shit, but I don't think he really like people who have like listened to him since like he started and shit like that. I don't think he cares about like them at all. Because if he did, I think he would move a lot differently. You know, he seems like somebody who just gets very, very emotional sometimes and just does random shit. And that's not to say that I don't kind of agree with certain things, but he could do it a lot better. You know, I feel like he just needs to sit down for a second. Somebody needs to call him to the side. The same way that Joe Budden needs somebody to tell him, "Hey, don't go out butt naked to your neighbor's door." There needs to be another person to pull Drake aside and be like, "Hey, don't sue during a rap battle or after a rap battle or whatever." And my whole thing too is, I've been paying attention to this whole bot thing, and I actually understand it, and I do believe it to be true. In fact, there's been plenty of times where like, and I watch academic streams, so I was watching that whole entire stream where they had somebody who was farming bots and stuff for Kendrick Lamar, and they showed proof of it, and it was out there. But my thing with Drake is like, even with that, he still shouldn't have sued. Or if he was gonna sue, I feel like he should have waited like a year or two to do it. Because statute of limitations, you don't have to act immediately on that stuff. He should just waited, did his thing. Because the whole problem is, it's not really about him being upset or anything. And I think a lot of people understand that he's suing UMG and not Kendrick Lamar. But the whole point of this battle is people are saying you're emotional, you're soft, you're not part of the culture, and I think for somebody who wants to be seen as a part of the culture, he shouldn't be uh so emotional, man. Like, sit down and take your lumps. You lost. That's it. Like, that's literally it. This is all of this. Yes, you are the guy. I get it. You're the guy. And I even think he still kind of is the guy. I'll be honest. And it's not just about him rapping or even the rap beef. I think his sales and his fan base is just so incredibly wide, and just large that, he's still going to be the guy. You can take like 3, 4 years off and he'll still be the guy. Um, but it's just one of those things where it's like, you lost. It's okay. Just sit down for a second. And before the suing thing, I didn't feel that way, you know, because he just lost and he was taking his lumps like a man. He was, yeah, still being a little mean spirited and shit, but at the same time, he was like just dropping music. I liked how he dropped like circadian rhythm and stuff like that, and the whole 100 gigs thing. I was like, all right, that's what's up. Um, but just the way he's acting right now is just bitch made, bro. Just bitch made, you know. And it's one of those things that makes it very hard to defend him as a fan. It's like, dude, you're supposed to be the guy. You're the biggest rapper out right now. You also have to be a bit of a role model, not like fully a role model in the sense of always do good shit, but you know, you can't move so crazy, man. And I understand it, but I think the thing too is if he would have given it a little time and then sued UMG, it'd be fine because he would have took his lumps from Kendrick. Kendrick would have had his victory lap, done the Super Bowl, and then it just would have been over, and he would have just naturally went back to his place as the king in like hip hop. Um, at least that's what I think probably would have happened. But since he couldn't deal with not being in the spotlight for 1 second, suing just makes him look corny. You know, he could have sued 2 years from now, and if he would have did that, everybody would have just been like, "Oh, cool, okay, yeah, cool, whatever." Like, and they would have understood more that he was suing UMG and not Kendrick Lamar. But if you lose a battle to Kendrick Lamar, and then 2 months later, well, not 2 months later, but a few months later, you're now suing, you're claiming defamation and all this shit, it just makes you look like a bitch, bro. I mean, it doesn't make you look like a bitch. You are a bitch. like just insanity. You know, Drake's one of those dudes where it's like, you ever see somebody where you're like, I like what you do, but I don't think I ever want to meet you. Drake is kind of slowly getting into that zone for me. It's like, I fuck with you, I like all your shit, but bro, you know, how are you such a good rapper, but like you do such ridiculous shit all the time? You know, like it's crazy. I don't know if people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's not a good rapper." It's like, nah, he is, dude. He does his thing. He could be a lot better. I'll admit that in certain ways, and he does have writers and shit. But at the end of the day, he's still one of the best out there, especially in like the mainstream. But he's out here looking like a fucking fool right now. Hold on, real quick. I gotta get a can opener. It is crazy how it's been developing a lot, though. I'm hearing different stories. People are saying in the documents, it actually said that Drake had to take his son. In the documents, it actually says Drake had to take his son out of school, which is crazy. Like I said, man, you know, this stuff is it's tough, but it's also one of those things where it's like, hey, bro, like how crazy it can get, and if you never wanted things to go that crazy, you shouldn't have really stepped out there and did that shit. And then also, as far as like being called like a PDF file and all that type of stuff. Do I think you doing it? No. Do I think you're that type of guy? Nah, not really. But also, you shouldn't have been DMing who you were DMing. You know what I mean? Um, I don't think he's like really a creep or nothing like that. But these things don't look good, and they add up. So I mean, you can't really sue because you've made terrible options. You know. All right. Let's see. Yeah, you guys should come over here and check this out right now. Look at that. For those who just got here, we are making chili. Gotta mix this bad boy up. We're almost done. So people don't know chili is mostly tomato sauce. Apparently, I had no idea. I mean, I knew. I guess it was tomato based, but like, I didn't realize how much tomato sauce actually goes into the thing, and how that's like the main liquid part of it, and then you're just slowly cooking it over time. This looks good though. I want you guys to check this out over here. There you go. Look at that. And now that we're mixing it up, I now turned it on. So we got the slow cooker going. This shit look nice, boy. Thank you for the emojis. I appreciate it. Welcome, Whimsy. We are making chili. This shit already look fire. It's cold as hell. It's not even heated up, but it does look nice. I won't even hold you. If you fuck with chili, put a 1 in the chat right now. If you fuck with chili, put a 1 in the chat right now. All right. Let's see. Last but not least, we have jalapeno peppers. Hey, there we go. Here we go, the boys. What's up, guys? Nice to see a new crew get in there. Right now, we're making chili and talking about how Drake is a little bitch. While still being fans, of course. Can't do that. I can't believe that shit, man. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Did I think Drake would probably lose the battle? Sure. Did I think he would sue and get legislation involved? No, not at all. I don't know what's going on with my man. We are cooking here too. I'll show you all this. I know I got dishes in the sink. I know. But I'll clean them up soon. I'm talking to you guys. I'm doing a bunch of shit. I can't be everywhere. These jalapeno peppers are courtesy of Aldi as well. Shout out to Aldi. So chopping these up. These are a little old too. Look at that. We got some wrinkles on that bad bitch. Look at that. That's actually, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's a little wrinkle. So I'm glad I got this shit done before this food went bad. And I'm going to Jamaica on like Saturday. So I only got like 3 days to eat this chili. But honestly, chili is something I can eat every single day of the week. So it doesn't bother me. And I bought 2 giant bags of tortilla chips, restaurant style. So I'm just going to be shoveling this chili into my mouth every day. Pause. Get used to it. But yeah, Drake is again, I think if I'm being honest, I think all this stuff is eventually going to blow over, and I do think he has a case. I know it's controversial to say that. I do think he has a case. It's pretty obvious and provable that uh, maybe not Kendrick Lamar himself, but the powers that be behind him paid money to have his music elevated while paying money to actually have Drake's music reduced. I remember when I first went on to see Family Matters, the diss track and everything, which is a great diss track, by the way. Um, when I went on there, it had more dislikes than it even had views. Like, how does that even happen? I know it got bombarded and shit, and there's probably just tons of people watching it, but at the same time, that definitely shows that something fishy was going on. And I feel like a lot of outlets thought something weird was happening in the industry with Drake before anyway. So it definitely was a system of leverage against him and everything. It was definitely something bigger than a rap beef. That being said, though, that's for the fans to say when they're defending you on Reddit or in bars and shit like that. That's not for you to legally say in legislation a few months after a hip hop loss. Again, if you want to give it a couple years to air it out, fine. But don't be a little bitch. You could freeze it, but I never actually remember the freezing. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, exactly. Now the jalapenos are the best part, man. You gotta listen. I come from Jamaica, so you gotta have like spicy. Uh, I like spicy shit. I like jerk. I like Scotch bonnet peppers. So peppers is my thing, man. And like you always gotta have that, especially when you have chili. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in cartoons, I used to always love when they had chili because like that would mean it was spicy and like the character's head would get all red and shit, and you'd have like steam blowing out his ears. They talk about like 5 alarm chili. So when I think chili, I always think kind of spicy. Anyway, and this is kind of a part of the general taste. Although I know certain people of the Caucasian variety usually do not mess with it, Nancy. So I'm proud of you. I don't know if you're a white lady or not, but either way, good on you for putting the jalapenos in there, man. And this is good to be doing this because I love cooking. I just don't do it enough. In New York City, it's so much easier to just grab shit all the time because there's like a million different places. You have so much different variety of like really good food that isn't just like chains like Popeyes or like Wendy's or something. You have like you can go to one place and it's like a Moroccan, a Moroccan Korean fusion place, and then you go to another place and it's a fucking uh, you know, Jamaican, Chinese food place and shit like that. It's all over. Uh, so when you're outside, especially because you're busy too, and you live so far away, you spend so much time in the city, and then when you have to go home and make your commute, you kind of want your commute to mean you're not going back out at all for the rest of the day. So if you're somebody who wants to hang out in the city for a long time, it's much easier to just buy food all the time. But I got to train myself to actually fucking cook more and more because it's always great. Not gonna lie too, this slow cooker, man, changed my life, bro. To all you young kids who are watching, man, invest in a slow cooker because you can save so much money just by like, I swear to God, all this stuff probably cost me like maybe like $30. I'm about to get like 10 meals out of this meal. You know, like there's nothing better than making soup in the winter, especially like the cold New York City winter, man. You need that shit, bro. So pay attention to the recipe. Next time when I make this shit, I'm gonna put like the recipe in the description, and that way maybe you guys can like follow along or something like that. And let me know, do you guys like fuck with this? Do you like that I'm cooking, or would you rather me just kind of like only talk about hip hop and stuff like that and just do regular live streams? Because I think it's kind of cool, and not enough people kind of just do different shit. Everything's all the fucking same. I'm trying to find ways to relate to everybody, but still be unique and put myself out there. So, if you guys got any suggestions? Also, look at that. I've never seen like a orange jalapeno before. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know. I thought they usually just come in green, but that's this one. Yeah, this one's like green with a little bit red. I wonder what that means if it's like a ripeness thing. But either way, let me try a little bit. All right, not bad. Tastes like onions and garlic because I've been chopping onions and garlic. All right, a little. Oh, whew. The jalapeno almost snuck up on me. God damn. Yeah, man. I love spicy food too, man. Spicy food is my shit. I really might actually start making a little salsa too, man. I just love Mexican food. Like one of my things too is like when I go to Jamaica, I do want to learn how to make like oxtail and all that type of stuff. Because one of my biggest dreams is coming up with a Jamaican restaurant, like a Jamaican fusion type of place. Because for those of you who don't who haven't had Jamaican food, it's very like basic, and I mean that in like a good way. It's very like simple. It's like rices and stews and shit like that. Um, but it's like you can do so much with it, and I feel like if you market it right, like Jamaican food can be like the next like Mexican food because it's just so easy to make, and there's so many things you can kind of mold it into that it's like why the fuck not? And it's just another option. I think people like different shit nowadays and kind of want more options than the typical McDonald's type stuff. So it's kind of nice to try to offer that. Let's see. Mix this baby in. Look at this. Let me show you how nice that is. Look at that. Scoop that bad boy. Let's mix it. After this, I think it's all done. Then I just gotta sit here and let it cook. That's the best part about a slow cooker too. You can just sit around and just do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Like you want to go and smoke some weed, come back, go ahead and do it. You want to go live stream to your friends and rant about Drake and how he's throwing his entire legacy away by looking like a cornball, go ahead and do it. It helps you a lot, Still can't believe that shit, man. I'm still a fan, but this dude, I feel like he just lets his ego speak to him so much, and he really doesn't care that there's like people who are actual fans of him who are embarrassed now to say that they are fans of him. When did rappers start acting so corny? I'm not saying that like, no rappers ever acted corny, but it's like this dude just should have let the moment air out, What else is popping? They're saying there's gonna be a Black Panther 3, and what's his name? They don't know who's gonna be the next Black Panther. So I was wondering about that. People are saying Damson Idris. They're saying Jonathan Majors, even, which I'm like, Jonathan Majors is like one of the best actors. I think he's a brilliant actor. But let's be real. they got rid of that man, and they ain't ever bringing his ass back. He's doing Tubi movies now for the rest of his life. Can you imagine that? Just like, it's crazy. Like when you think about cancellation, we're not saying that some people don't deserve it, but there's some people who are just truly talented, and then like just one bad thing happens, and they lose every single thing. Like, could you imagine if you heard like Sidney Poitier, pushed his wife once, then he ended up doing fucking Lifetime movies? It's just I think there's a little bit of a thing where it's like people just don't respect celebrities anymore in the way that they used to. Probably because we have too much access to them. You can do shit like this, like live streams and shit, and you can just randomly talk to celebrities and shit, and then you see different parts of their life, and then they end up doing corny stuff, and you're like, I wouldn't do that, and I'm supposed to think you're cool, and you're cooler than me, but it's like they're not cooler than you. They're more talented than you, usually. Sometimes they're not even more talented though. So it's like it's a lot. I get it. I get it. You know, to all the kids out there, you shouldn't even bother having heroes. I'll be honest with you. They will always let you down. Doesn't matter if the hero is a celebrity, doesn't matter if a hero is a parent or a friend, somebody's gonna let you down. And that doesn't even mean they're evil. It just means that they're human, you know. So don't hold it against them either. But it's just what it is, you know. Let's see. All right, we got this. Finally in the slow cooker. Gonna set this to 6 hours. Nothing better than a slow cooker, man. I'm telling you, this shit. Look at that. Look at that. Take that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. That looks incredible. Uh what if I just did the live stream for 6 hours and just waited till this thing was done? No, I'm not. I'm getting the fuck out of here. This has been fun, guys. Just wanted to hang with you and talk about Drake and just vent a little bit. If any updates happen, I will let you know. I'm going to be making some more videos, more content too. I got one thing coming out about Joe Budden. And then as far as like Drake Kendrick stuff, maybe, maybe not. I'm thinking about kind of drifting away from it. I'm just tired of it. There's so many other rappers and great like musicians to make things about that it's just like it's a little tired. It's a little tired. You know, aren't we all tired? You know, so I got one video coming out about the Dat Piff era, and it's the top 10 videos or top 10 mixtapes of the Dat Piff era. So let me know if you want to see that. I'm definitely going to be dropping that in a couple days. And yeah, enjoy yourself out there. I'll see you later. Peace.